The liberal arts college students of America are very interested in the Palestine, Hamas, Israel conflict. Amazing arts graduates who are the future unemployed guys. They are taking it to the streets to solve geopolitical problems of today's world. And the protesters in the University of Chicago sent their list of demands, which contained vaseline, HIV tests, dental dams, and Plan B. And these things are absolutely needed. You might be wondering why they need dental dams, because clearly these guys are not educated or skilled or talented whatsoever to perform any kind of medical procedure. The answer is you can use dental dams to have oral sex with each other. And the reason why these guys need dental dams to have oral sex with each other is the same reason they need HIV tests. These motherfuckers are ridden with STDs, but they're a bunch of horn dogs. Picture a group of homeless people fucking each other, and each of them is infected with at least one sexually transmitted disease, students. And this is happening everywhere. It is happening in UCLA, it's happening in the University of Queensland, and everyone's favorite University of Columbia is also being now known for attack on Jewish students by these amazing arts graduates. And they're also vandalizing property. Washington, D.C. has fallen. They have written stuff like Free Palestine and Free Gaza. And they didn't stop at that. They also defaced World War I and II memorials and also burnt an American flag. I thought American people would be shooting them by now. It's amazing that that hasn't happened yet. Now you might be wondering, how do they know what's happening in Gaza so accurately, right? So apparently, according to Gaza officials, who are Hamas officials, Israel bombs are killing dozens and dozens of people. The people behind the October 7 massacre of Israel, these people are saying that people are dying. But obviously, that is not the real reason. I did something called investigative journalism, in which I found out that 3 universities together took 10 million from the state of Palestine. If you scroll down in that article, you'll find, meanwhile, Harvard took in 1.6 million US dollars from donors within the state of Palestine, and the Indiana University of Pennsylvania received 6.4 million from entities, blah, 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 blah. The donors are not identified in the filings. Howard previously said that the monies it received from Palestinian donors in 17, 18, and 19 did not come from the Palestinian Authority, though the Ivy League would not disclose the donor names in a 2020 news report. Why would Harvard not reveal the names of the donors? So I did a little bit more. So Brown University, which is also another university that received money from the Palestinian donors, these guys in February received a gift from a foundation located within the state of Palestine to create a professorship in Palestinian studies as a part of the college's Middle East Studies program. When that Palestinian studies started, the first professor was Beshara Domani. I probably butchered the pronunciation. And this guy was also the president of Birzeit University. So Birzeit University is in the state of Palestine. And after the October 7 attack of Hamas on the people of Israel, this is what they have to say. History will be recorded historically as the year that Palestinians stood boldly in the face of colonial fascism and screamed in defense of their homes, humanity, and lives. This article was released in October 12th, 5 days after the attack. And they also say that Israel doesn't have the right to defend themselves. An occupying colonial power cannot claim the right to self-defense against the people under its brutal occupation. There is no moral equivalence between the colonizer and the colonized, how much ever the media attempts to claim otherwise. So they're basically saying that the act is justified. There is no moral, no matter how much the media says that raping women and murdering civilians and keeping female captives as sex slaves is not how you fight for the freedom of your homeland. No matter how much the media says that, there is no Wait, I want to get this right. There is no moral equivalence between the colonizer and the colonized. And they're also talking shit to the Arabs. The unfathomable crime of silence and complicity perpetuated by the entire world, including Arab and Muslim regimes under the oppressive power of American impositions, are openly supportive of genocide or mute witness to the crimes of settlers. What should they do? Should they do what the amazing students of colleges and universities in America are doing, beating the shit out of Jewish kids and vandalizing property and burning the national flag? I don't know. I'm just spitballing. I don't know. Maybe they would. Look, the point is, Brown University took money from the state of Palestine to start the Palestinian studies. The first inaugural professor was the president of a university that supported the way Hamas fought for the independence of their people, and they're also talking mad shit to the Arabs. Now you might be wondering, why do the Palestinian universities take this stance? Why is this university saying so? Why are they justifying all of this stupid behavior, all of these atrocious activities by the freedom fighters against the colonizer settlers? Sahih Muslim 2922 says, the last hour will not come unless the Muslim. Like, I can read this, but I suggest you pause it and read it, absorb the information in all of its entirety. So in conclusion, Islam is the religion of peace. Students in American colleges and universities are having orgies in tents. Majority of the universities are corrupt to the bone, including the Ivy League ones. Allah is the only true God, and Sharia law should be the law of the land everywhere in the world. Thank you and good night.